Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Legion Talk episode number 99. Now, what we're going to be taking a look at is The Eternals from Marvel Studios. It showcases some of its new superheroes and images. Images? I don't care. I'm making dinner at the same time. My brain's like two separate ways, so it's I got some long story short, subscribe to the channel, give it a like, give it a comment. Subscribe to Legion Games 2076. That's my main channel. Subscribe to this channel, and down below in the description, if you want to support me more personally and what I do, my Subscribe Star and Patreon are down there. Anything helps. If you can't, though, completely understand. Thank you just for watching. I appreciate you guys. With that being said, Flickering Myth. I don't think I've ever heard of them, but cool. No problem. The Eternals. Marvel has released a new batch of images from its up-and-coming Phase 4 blockbuster. Phase 4 blockbuster? It hasn't made any money. Shang-Chi hasn't made money. Okay, given where they think it's at, it had either a budget of 150 to possibly 200 million dollars. Some people say it's probably more in the ballpark of maybe 180-ish. With that being said, Shang-Chi has either not made its money back yet or barely exceeded making its money back. That's terrible for a Marvel movie. And I know there are people who are like, well, there's a pandemic, really? Because Fast 9 made $712 million. And they're like, well, it wasn't released in China. I know. Because China didn't want to see it. The CCP banned it because they said it, kind of tropes making fun of Chinese people. Kind of sounds a little racist on Disney's part now, doesn't it? I mean, Mulan wasn't a huge success in China either. I'm just saying, I'm not seeing a huge win here for the Eternals. Black Widow made money. It made its money back plus some. I don't know, probably in the neighborhood of, like $80 million. It wasn't huge for a Marvel movie, but, Anyway, looking at the blah, blah, nobody cared. Nobody cares. Who made this costume? It just doesn't look good. They have flipped flop on so many different characters, it's not even funny. That's an Eternal. That's a true Eternal. The Eternals is a comic that nobody really knew about. Nobody, I mean, and they literally like flip flopped everybody who was actually of who they were supposed to be from the comics. I think like one or two is the same. It's terrible looking. Oh, and they said that we only deal with deviants. Just for the record, Thanos is half Eternal and half deviant. I mean, that's Marvel not even being able to, retcon and their own crap. They're literally asked, why did you not help with Thanos? And they're like, we only deal with deviants. Well, Thanos has been categorically known for years as half Eternal, half deviant. So if they deal with deviants, he's half deviant. And he's half one of what they are, which would make him a giant formidable opponent. Oh, and what if is garbage, by the way, because where the Vision version of Ultron comes in, Thanos has 5 Infinity Stones. You know what I'm saying? Like feeling real powerful. Ultron Vision comes in with like just a Mind Stone and splits him in half. That's the dumbest thing ever. Whoever wrote that episode is an absolute moron. And now you're like, well, it's What If. No, what it is a sped up storyline because they're trying to keep them to 30-minute episodes, so they sneeze just trash on the canvas and they're like, well, it looks good. Vision could never beat Thanos with one Infinity. Well, Ultron Vision could never beat Thanos with one Infinity Stone versus 5. Thanos with 2 Infinity Stones is stronger, and people are like, well, Ultron was smarter than Vision is, and Vision is Ultron. They're the same. Ultron, Jarvis. Ultron couldn't really beat the Avengers beforehand. I'm sorry. I don't buy it. It's crap. Eternals is directed by Chloe Zhao. I do believe that China has beef with Chloe Zhao. And that might be one of the reasons that the Eternals might not play in China. One of the reasons. Quite frankly, the stills, other than this guy who was in Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't like his coloring. It looks lazy. The coloring looks lazy. I don't know why it's so neutral. He was more. I don't get it. Anyway. It just, the shots look lazy. I mean, half the movie he runs around like jeans and a t-shirt. What are people gonna cosplay at Comic-Con? They're gonna be like, ugh. I mean, yeah, here he's got an actual suit, but for the majority of the movie, he's like, really? Like the Eternals found a beloved place on Earth, but they can't defend it. Like, I don't buy it. The story's cheap. It's crap. Like, Marvel has literally, like, they found the cheapest writing possible. Endgame had its issues, but ultimately Endgame hit with a bang. There are some moments where it's like, it's kind of lazy, guys. You could have did better. But no, this is pretty much everything after this has just been like straight up lazy. They're just like, we're gonna do this and swap this and just mismatch that, and we're gonna retcon that, and it's like, what? They make these decisions like, oh, we'll do this, and they don't realize that doing that screws over that from the Infinity Saga that lasted 11 years and was actually pretty beautifully interwoven. We're never going to see something like that again. Was it perfect? No, it wasn't perfect. But in cinematic history, nothing like the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Infinity Saga ended with Endgame has never been done. And now they're trying to go forward and do the same thing again. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk again real soon. See you guys.